Been on my listening something. I welcome everybody to open the committee this morning. We speak about the cold and retip doors and stop the winds and like that. Kind of get that out. I think I get home to do that. In my kids, and get my home to that. At the end of the apologies, we've got a full apology from Jenna and Wayne. And Wayne, get everybody into one strip. I couldn't see the sign. Australia. Public forum is no one public forum. Anyone got any declaration to do? The main items. It's confirmed the minutes of the 27 March meeting.
Well, they're not a true frequent rebel, but very frequently Greenstein, the staff consulted with the user groups including AFB and Rotary, which provide volunteer service. So, first off, here to that.
Sorry. Yeah, cool. Conversations.
No, that's on the. Oh, just on the report. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. Yeah. Good.
So, tonight I think they minutes came with the agenda. They came out with the yes, okay. Some of those are definitely cool. I'm pretty sure. I can go on code. Oh yeah. Well, I can read them, and I thought they were an accurate record. You hear them? Yeah. Thank you. In a second. Yeah. Thank you. Now we'll take this line. That's scary. Thank you. And so the report.
Yeah, just to let you know, Rob Collins away at the moment. So Rob prepared this report, but what I will do is just go through some of the main points and then maybe at the end or during you ask questions. So with the floodlights, obviously they've been installed, and we still need to work through and make sure that they're switching off when they should do in the evening and don't become a nuisance for neighbours. But
what will you think we just check on before that is going?
We'll have to check before anyone else who's around while they're on and late in the evening. But
I can speak to what we do. So we had a query regarding the lights, so I got in contact with Jenny yesterday. She said that they were from when they come on, they're on a 1.5 hour timer, but she's going to ensure that who turns them on turns them off when they leave.
So the query was from a member of the public or a neighbour.
Well, we just had I had something come through from you regarding a light, and I just wanted to double check if I then it switched me to the football, because I was like, I don't actually know anything about
it. Good.
I'm pretty sure the rugby lights are on the other one. They can't, they just, we can't turn them off, you can only turn them on and they switch off. You've got everything else to stay on. Yeah, they're at the start of the right.
So I would be more.
No, I was just trying. Yeah, we can, they're big, it's still on. They got a bit of a mask on as well. 15 times there. Yeah, we can't turn them off without names. Yeah, this is a fair game. Oh, yeah, but then we can't usually turn them on.
Yeah.
Goes with lights, so you can put this.
So just through the key, we need to look at another way, another switch installed or something. So
Yeah, Yeah, I've talked to John about it. We were looking at it, there's some timers that have a battery backup, so when the power does go out. It's quite a drama to get the link back up getting the remote. There's a remote link from behind the gear shed to the pole in the middle to the pole over by the ditch there. So they're wirelessly linked, I think, and they have quite legally, apparently, from Sparky's point of view.
But it doesn't do the rugby field. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be good to have a kill switch that you turn them off.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, no, people have a kill switch.
sometimes they,
Well, that's what Jim believed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think there was, because there were discussions, they weren't going to be put in, but just make sure there's a way to have them off. Does it bother you all? Like in terms of rugby, do you want about get them off when you leave? Would you rather do that?
yeah, well, sometimes we finished at 6:30 and they stay till 9:30. Yeah.
Which is a bit lower from our place, yeah, and sometimes you'll just notice how late they're going. Yeah, that's a bunch of power.
Yeah.
Can we have a little
Yes.
round up about that?
Yep.
Thank you.
It would be good if all the lights would say, the netball lights are manually switched on and off. Right at the panel there,
Right,
so I have a key and I go on.
right, thank you.
We could get something.
Yeah, it is good having the timer, so if they do get left on, they can turn off as well.
Yeah.
Which is basically just the timer of when you, a window that you can turn them on and off. But then to have it on off
Yeah.
in between that.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. Well, that answers a little bit about the football. Design?
Next, next area what we looked at was the changing rooms. So last time we were going to go away and do some more work on options. And, notwithstanding maybe options that rugby have been looking at, these are the ones we've looked at. So we received the price from Scott's Construction for the understory of the grandstand, 145,000. That quote came in at to convert that into 2 changing rooms. At the last meeting, there was discussion around the fact that we wanted the storage and that we needed any sort of extra capacity in the storage rather than changing rooms. So, so that was one option. The other one was the St John's building. So, wanting to exit that lease agreement. They would like to meet with us again at the end of June to discuss handing over the building. So in the lease it mentions about building reverting to council ownership on its own termination. But they still want to have that conversation because there are 2 or 3 other groups using that still. So I just want to make sure it's tidy for them and that they have something to go to. It's my understanding. So I think we also need to look at, what other community uses.
Yeah.
So we need to, somehow advertise that fact or
Yeah, I would think you
make a decision as
maybe the option might be for the library move into a section of that building. That three brands in which do she goes down the end. Little rooms down the end or something. Yes, it's been
Brownies.
yeah. And then the time teams could share the area. And wouldn't require too much apart from setting up some chairs.
So you end up like good with parking space area.
Yeah.
You'll just run there together.
All the
Yeah,
Home teams.
the home teams can go over there. Just take
Yeah.
some photos of the beach, just hang up gear or whatever. Got a changing rooms there in the middle.
So sorry, this is Brownies.
Brownies.
Yeah,
What, I mean, we're gonna have a look at St John's after this meeting, aren't we?
if we can we get in and have a look, or is it you don't have the key?
we feel that with us, but one thing to establish, I think, is that quality of the building is actually suited, to community groups, like if it's warm and it's sort of sound and not leaking and there aren't rats running around, that actually would be a shame to convert it into a sort of,
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't say
right.
lesser use, but like,
Have a single use.
yeah.
It's what it's changing. But then Toy Library goes in there and they're gonna take up the whole room. Yeah, they've got the back of one use.
There was a storage room in St John's though. And the.
Yeah, but Toy Library, when they're even in the big baseball, they use the whole thing. Other than fill the space, they'll give them keys.
Yeah. Well, that's something to look at. I think we should look at that. And in terms of, if say the library don't do that, or it's like 75 of the space on them or something, but if it does come free, then I think community groups need to know it's available. And I just have a question in terms of this changing rooms quote and things around, but I just wasn't sure. I understood at the time that it was redeveloped like it is, that because there was interest in having a gym underneath and other things, but actually that would elevate it into another level in terms of the Building Act. Then a whole lot of other things kicked in. And I just had a question about changing rooms. If we're going to head with that would be the case again. Other things will need to change in the whole building. So, is there a question there, Stuart?
There was a question probably to be answered, but I thought that it was sprinkler issues. That obviously.
Yeah.
I think it went from L2 to L3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just follow up on that for me, please, just so that we know, and that's like we've got a quote here, and we're probably favouring storage over here.
But to me,
yes, what building act requirements for the grandstand if this we did convert underneath into changing rooms.
well, actually, it's been changed what it is now. We went through the head trying to get it. Huge for other purposes.
Yeah.
Council said no. He just did a complete turnaround.
Yeah, well, we're not turning around, so I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can't, let's not change that.
And I don't think it's not 145,000 dollars, I think.
Yeah.
It's not really going to be such a purpose. No.
Would you not be better for this, if you're going to spend that sort of money, put it on the actual building?
No. Just because we're not going to spend it.
Right.
I mean, we don't have to spend it.
Oh, totally.
But yes, you're right.
Just thinking,
Yeah.
like, let's say we were going to, would it not be better to incorporate it in the building and just leave the grandstand?
Yeah.
Because it's, the community's only just starting to recover from that.
It's not.
Just-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just through the thing, I think it probably leads on nicely to the thing.
Come on, I thought you were going to say Happy Christmas.
And that contributions
Yeah.
over here, so we need to. Yeah, so that's something to bear in mind.
This exercise is sort of like, it's sort of when you land where you do, we do what we're going to end up changing them somehow. And think, well, why do you do this or why do you do that? And you just think about that, so we can say, well, actually, we can look at that. And, in terms of the RSC, so that's the reserve financial contribution. So we can do subdivisions in the bay. So all the wards have their own little pool. Money goes in. I thought we had $200,000 in there. Could you talk about that, or was that someone else?
Yeah, so I guess the issue is we don't know whether that's going to be realised until we actually receive money. So, it's sort of like a projection each year.
Yeah, okay.
And money has come in.
Yeah.
Carries on.
But,
And
yeah.
I guess the other thing is socialise with
Yeah.
the board in terms
Yeah.
of priorities across the district.
Yeah, well, I think so. The community board would need to, you know, put it out to the community, say, actually, right now, it's a couple $100,000 if it was, in RFCs, you know, what are some ideas around where you want to go? And, because, we should have control from people particularly. That's quite one of the, yes, that's right. So we could have recommendations, you know.
You're not talk, sorry, was there not talk about that, actually money going over the hill?
Yes. See, what can happen with subdivisions, as you know, is that people apply, get in the process of it, and then they put a pause on it. Or it can take, like, our own, we just subdivided, got title, took 5 years or something, 4 or 5 years, for a number of reasons. So although it's like projected that a couple of 100,000 will come in, you don't quite know that the application's going to go through title and then the agencies get paid.
So just to make them aware that Golden Bay does have things that we want to.
Yes, we do.
Should develop.
We've been pretty hard.
Yeah, that's all. I didn't know what the process was. I just heard that.
No, it's all right. So in terms of the one we pull,
When I know that.
yeah, it's all right. So in terms of the ward approach, it's always been fairly defended, you know, but actually we're a bit more of a collegial council over there, and we know that here in the Bay we've got this.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a very good hospital. We've got 2 new schools. You know, the grandstand.
Yeah.
You know, so we're doing all right, and some of the other wards have waited a bloody long time to get their projects, even on the long-term plan, you know, year 26, 27 or something. So we have agreed that we would chip in, you know, from our wards, and in terms of what we can forward, thought that people can go and pay, some people probably going to use it. Cheap throwing stock in the swimming.
Yeah, so just to add to that, I did put a request to find out what the latest was on the LMC. So since I've got that.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Really good. I think it's good that,
And then we'll know exactly what's in the account. But apart from that, it is a projection thing.
Yeah.
And last time I looked at it, it wasn't huge.
no, because we spent it on the grandstand. Also, there's a subdivision out of Collins in there. That's just, the application's gone through. I don't know, that's been.
Another one, yeah.
Yes, so for a few lots out there, so all those things chip into rec and then bases. Cool.
So is there any work being done on old dog? January?
Well, sort of still to a point where you sort of invest money in some plans and things, adjustment there. So, yeah, to go ahead with the news was spend the money. So I don't want to do that if it's not really likely to happen.
The next step, are we agreeing next step is we'll have a look at St. John's just to understand the sort of state of the place, but then look at Brownie's Dinner, Toy Library can be accommodated there, and whether we think it's a viable thing to develop that.
That would be affordable way.
Yeah.
The chairs and its location next to the toilets, I can't imagine it would be.
Oh,
There's probably the.
Yeah, they make the toilets.
What would we need?
It's just there though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
But it's not, and
We'll just put a cover that links the two together and one better.
Can we just get a little report back around what it would entail? Let's say we could find somebody for the library, maybe they don't want to move, I don't know, but you know, what would it entail in terms of any building codes and things? And build concrete floor? And what's required to get a building consent to put showers in there?
So
I think it's a better idea to use the buildings on the place Proliferation of buildings that don't get.
Yeah. You think it's big enough? This is.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it is a good sort of space.
I don't know whether at the back.
Yeah.
I might have to do with tidying up on the back.
Yeah.
Re-roofing or something. Go back.
Would we have, RFCs notwithstanding, would we have, we got sort of, there's not much fat in the system, is there, but if we got sort of the maintenance budget that would be available?
Yeah, I know that, fields.
Yeah.
You know, our budget that we manage here. This is actually kind of working on making sure we've got allocated budget. Grandstand to maintain that. Because at the moment it's sort of a split. We're pretty shown. So,
Yeah.
not sure there's the budget available.
No,
Capital money anyway, because it's kind of capital money.
Yeah.
You're talking about, but that's not to say that we, you know, we can look into that.
We might be looking at the maintenance money.
yeah,
Process.
October, yeah. And in terms, we just, who owns the building, who owns Brownies Zone? Nothing to do with it. I was going to say Knowles.
Well, the rugby club used it as January back pre-1967. So the shares and the elite. Oh, they were shares.
No existing, yes. That's right. We're reinstating the shares.
So it's released that around Brownies and has
And the car club, you know.
right.
Council.
Yep. Car club. Then they got to move out. Well, I guess we got-
So, what does the car club do?
They used to. On Sunday mornings.
Hanging out in Brownies Zone.
I think the agreement was is only $1 lease that they maintain the building, so.
So we should.
Put it to the wayside, but the rugby club's got a bit of funding there that, for that purpose. We got from the Silver Lake deal, so,
Yeah.
yeah, we're willing to put some money into some development. The whole sheet that was sort of originally thought, but if we can utilise the Brownies and even initially, if we need to develop from there and we play across.
Can we, yes, can we?
Would you like me to look at the lease?
Yes.
For that property?
Yes.
Who's responsible for it, it sounds like. Using it. And then, we'll know what we stand.
Yes. And if
Any
the,
change we use.
yes, and if the car club is it, you know, is the lease up to, is it current?
Yeah.
Is it lapsed? Is it due to review? Who's involved in the car club? Yeah, he'd be the key person to talk to about.
You,
And then, is he still Mana the plumber?
Yep.
Or did you say Nana?
No, that's it.
Mana, Harry says that.
14th, or 14th, or what?
And who's the other guy? The little town.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be council. It's the community that Eddie did.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, let's go, if you can contact Mark, is that cool? Just to sort of let's work out what's happening with the lease.
definitely belongs to council. They got handed over in 59 under Rolling.
1959,
Well, it's not.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do that, and it'd be quite nice to have a look at it today. We have a key for that, haven't we? We can look on my keyboard. Well, it sounds like there's a sort of general agreement about approach, eh? Cool. Anything extra for you, Grant? Tell me about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, as I understand it, it's been dealt with now. The feedback on. We're on the field over
There's one over
the disc is going in.
here with the
Yeah.
pathway was.
Yes, that's the path. And it wasn't sort of on the end of a hose with a tap and hung on some nails and the kids get a hold of it, screw each other. So it'd just be good to get it like a fixed tap, I think.
Yeah.
For a while. Anyway. Maybe you got lifted out of the path.
Okay, I want to send over the.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Just to clarify that.
Yeah, well, I did a bit of work after we cleaned it up, pre the show. There was a few options. One was down the provider quote, place much of this, and 14 grand to put all of every area where the birds might sit with the stocky stuff that you can stick on. Pretty expensive stuff. So I didn't go with that. Nelmac is our maintenance contractor. The other guys that cleaned it up and saw a lot of where all the holes are and a few sort of spots where the birds can hang out. We were just going to try to, and I'll go back and just piecemeal do the main spots. And I'll just do that through the Nelmac contract that we have.
Oh, good.
So that's why I had to pull back on $40,000. But we'll do chip away at it, I think, and then we'll commit to pre-show to giving it another good cleanup as well. But yes, talking about if there's any volunteers, and that was my comment too, was that we did have a chat about maybe any volunteer groups coming in during the season, rugby club, whether it's the main pieces through chipping in as well. So it's not such a bad claim towards the end when the show happens. I'm happy to say, can we work that out? Because it was a pretty expensive cleanup.
Yeah. Little working day for those people.
The main problem is there's wars.
Yeah.
And if they can be moved closer to the visibility thing, and they can be moved closer to the thing, so the birds can't actually sit on it.
I know. So those are one of the first kind of things we'll fix.
So that should have been under Scott's construction.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like we inherited some issues that weren't dealt with.
Because I actually said, go over to Rottenberg Garage. You're going to put those things there, it's going to be an issue for bloody birds.
Yeah, I agree. And we inherited it. I'll deal with it.
Right.
And we'll chip away. And I agree. We'll fix those ones. The first ones we'll fix.
Yeah, I just had coming up there before.
Again, yeah. So yeah, it's a shame because I've been here when Wanderers played a couple of people by.
Anyway.
It was a great environment. There was people, the people playing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Great bar staff.
Great bar staff.
Amazing.
I love the song.
Yes, it's the mechanisms of the knees tend to think.
Well, I don't want to get into
It's
it.
terrible.
Yeah. And of course, times.
Yeah. Good.
But
All right.
look, I'm definitely kind of keen to get some sort of idea about how our volunteer groups that are using it as well. Might chip in, but I'll make sure we chip away and make sure we get some at least.
Those wires are the main.
And there's lots of little gaps.
Yeah, look,
They get in there and they build it here. It's painful.
Yeah.
The birds are just painful.
So
So we can't really-
Harry's gonna do something about the wires.
Yeah.
And I think all the people that supported the grandstand, there's quite a lot of people, they knew this work would be on, there's a hand.
They can't really clean it.
No.
The wires are really back.
Well, that's right, there is a bit of that, but I guess too, the other thing that I found out about was that, because I was gonna get Tony from Golden Bay
Oh, yeah.
Property Services to come in, he was gonna blast it with the water blaster. And of course, you can't do that because it will go down to the storage area and change them, so it's not set up. Yeah, it was hand wiped. That's why it took 2 days. Three guys.
Not even a bucket that's rubbing bush.
Yes, give me that. Yeah, but not a water blast, just because of the pressure. Can't be a
Well, you
pressure.
don't want to chip the tank on that.
Well, you could wash. I mean, you could wash almost anything, but even that pressure isn't. It will drive the water down.
And,
All right, so
and
you-
there is a lot of material get out of that big white bird as well,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like you're onto it, Tony, and just think the stuff that you put in that stops the spiking water.
Yeah.
It stops the birds, and we're just 100% sure that stuff works. We're
Yeah,
not gonna spend money on it.
Yeah.
And then, those sort of.
Yeah. well, they'll make a version in different areas, like some situations, so. But, yeah, I don't know the idea of it.
No, you can chip away like that.
That's why.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, now it's, because, you know, show that again, I think. Sure, you know, if we leave it that long, what's it like? We still need to keep it kind of nice.
A lot of money
for
in there.
days.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I saw it being used, the music guy was up there and, you know, it was.
Rainbow will certainly be using it.
That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm
right.
happy to keep on.
Thank you.
Just on the other thing on the grandstand, there's a lot of that. Stormwater shit get carried up there. People's feet,
Oh,
Just on the shoes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually everywhere. Everybody's getting one right there.
So this is the lead well, because I need to do that, of the bathroom, so, I mean. but-
Is that all one?
Yeah.
is that an area that no one should be doing? Should be confident? What part is it about? Sorting out, like,
Sorting it out.
I mean, I've got a responsibility for external areas, fields, and sorts of stuff.
I would have thought so, but they
You know, is that
sweep houses up and clean it and do the garden.
services that.
Yeah.
This guy is down.
Have you ever thought about spraying glue?
Uh, This is the new.
Yeah.
In front of the rainforest.
So the chip
What
doesn't
was
go,
it?
because it was mud and it was drinking.
Yeah, that's an area.
Yeah, or top few.
We finished out, that's.
Yeah.
Budget. So it's-
Yeah.
So that comes with the contract with Nomad, can't they sweep it, for instance, no one room over there?
Well, that's not part of the match. Yeah, but we're gonna show them.
Yeah.
I mean, we do.
It's not, contract.
Well, you know, the last time, was it some, it was
Yeah.
which is fine. But I wouldn't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
Two,
No.
2 days, and 3 guys again, and maybe 3 guys in 1 day.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it was about 4 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time. Because they had it.
All right.
So I think there's probably some thoughts on how we do manage that entire facility. It's here, we've got it. The toilets, we need to agree also with the toilets being opened and when they're open and how often they're cleaned. I believe that it's there. You know, it's not a good look to have them shut when they should be open. We've had some issues with that before, haven't we? So I'm kind of keen to get an understanding of
Yeah.
how often and the regularity that we need to get no one in there to clean it.
Yeah, or they could come and ask and say the names one.
Yeah, I think it should be open on weekends, especially when you've got rugby or it's here.
Or just even if it's on the outside, say, oh, closed, but the door.
I think that's just kids getting.
Yeah, I think that's that point.
Oh, right, so.
I don't see the big
So,
one.
yeah, they're all, done by Nelmac, and then so as we are open. We pay for the cleaning and we pay for all the stuff, like the big cupboards, the toilets in here, but that is outside, that's done on Nelmac.
That's on it, yeah. So we prefer to have that open and used on event days or school days.
How does that happen in terms of who's here?
It's not actually locked though, 'cause the only one, you can lock the outside door, that's always open, it's the actual tuner door.
Oh, inside.
And you just get a coin and you can turn the lock, and I think kids have just been playing and locking it. Because obviously it isn't-
Yeah, okay, so maybe I'll look at what system. So that's. Lock them.
Not
You
easy.
can't be locked them. You need to lock them.
Yeah,
You could offer them and someone wishes of them.
Yeah, all doors
that's why
can-
they have that, yeah,
So, we're thinking, they just are open all the time, like public toilet.
yeah.
And we've got Nelmac dealing with them,
What
and just monitor it if it's getting cleaned often enough or people. There's two.
Well, I do weekly checks.
You got to look over there?
No, I can,
Great.
yeah, doesn't make sure they can, no, people do get part of here.
Yes. I'm not sure if there's even an Nelmac sign that service by, because normally towards have a service by.
Nelmac will do it if they know.
Yeah.
If they-
The regularity I'd like to get your opinion on, so is that certainly before, say, rugby day, Friday, it's got to be clean. Probably have to come in on Sunday night to clean it again, 3 4, and then it might be just a clean,
Monday morning.
Yeah, definitely through winter when you do the winter sports up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's got to be clean.
Maybe 2 days.
Maybe it's clean. I'll have a chat with the team and figure out what they do on similar, toilets
Yeah.
in by sports fields.
Yeah.
We'll apply that routine, that maintenance regime.
Maybe just actually started this.
Yeah, right. And if you're happy just to keep a little eye on the safe place, if it seems like it's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if kids are going in there and throwing toilet.
Well, that's what I want to go and look at, and, because I know some of the chairs end up in the grandstand, which is totally fine, but as long as nobody jumps over, but just so
Yeah.
it's no different than getting on the thing and jumping down.
So the toilet's gonna be open, so if somebody comes, because I'm in the kitchen on Saturdays, people
Yeah.
always come in the kitchen having problems.
Yeah.
So if somebody comes in and says those toilets are locked.
Is the outside door will be locked too?
I don't know,
No,
people will go.
It's not so-
So that's what I just wanna know, am I able to then go and unlock them?
Yeah.
Is it within my right to be able to go in?
Well, we prefer them to be open.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
No, I just wanna make sure I go.
Yeah, you can go in, there's a key to go into the actual toilets, and that one there, I've got a key for that.
Okay.
But that hasn't been locked for a long time, it's those other things that have been moved around, because I moved to Coin the other day.
Right, can we just bring this to a close, so that's, we're gonna do something about those corny locker things, and we want them open as public toilets all the time.
Yeah, and I'm just kidding.
Right, all right.
Just notice on the grandstand, those, the signage on the grandstand, the street. People have noticed that it's not being graded and.
Right, yeah.
And what.
And no vandalism, eh? Like, it looks very nice, very nicely done. Got my book. Okay, right.
Do you want to deal with the next one, Tony? Just the lighting I needed.
Oh, I was glad to find out that I had a job to do. So I tried to deal with it. Tony from Services. Now, is it the light?
No.
Can you, which light is it?
One on the rich end.
So out the front.
That's one
here.
out here.
Okay, and what's it doing? It's shining too high. It needs to be shining down.
You come up up the road, shine directly in your eyes.
So that's right here.
Yeah.
So Tiny rang me yesterday.
Yeah, they've been
because
talking
he
to
talked
me.
you.
And I've been round the grandstand and went,
What light are you talking
what
about?
light?
So I'll reach out straight away after this meeting.
I come up the other one, for the third meeting, and there's kids running across and somebody could see them. Because that light was shining brightly in the eyes.
I'll have a quick
Okay,
look.
that was the conclusion I'd come to, and that kept to be that one.
And they just took them down.
So on one,
Nice
we're
look.
over there,
He's just,
right?
Thanks for that.
Hold on your shoulders.
All right.
Then we just need to test at night.
Yeah.
Was it enough? That'll be tonight. Was it close enough? Okay. Extra car parking?
So we talked about this at the last meeting about maybe graveling an area down there next to the tennis courts. We support that idea, however, again, the budget's not sort of allowing us
Just
to
have a quick look.
proceed with that. So I think we probably need to just monitor it once we know how things look with the RSC accounts.
Yeah,
Or maintenance.
yes. And I think once the RFCs get a bit of money in them and we do have that mark, you know, then that's what will happen. Will be a little bit of a bidding thing. You know, oh, could go there, could go there, the board might have some ideas, you know. So I think that's how we'll manage that. Yeah. Cool.
The men's shed, we haven't had any further updates on that,
Yeah.
for our property teams. So I understood last time that they moved to some other interim sort of location, but they're still interested in the full on volume. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll give Dave a ring, just have an informal chat about the vacancy there. All right.
And that leads us on to the committee structure, which is outlined in the
Pretty clear. Pretty clear. So we're not going to sports, don't we?
Yeah, we're pretty good.
No. But they're welcome. So are we sending the minutes to Anthony's?
Yep, send everything to them.
Right.
Yes, to watch.
No, but they know they're welcome to come to the meeting. You think they know that?
I think so.
Yes, good.
But we can reiterate that.
Just in terms of minutes, I was thinking it would be handy actually if when the minutes are confirmed, that we send them to the community board members. Are you happy to do that?
Yeah,
But they get I mean, I tell them what we're doing, but you know, it's good, I think, if they can read through and let me know if it's something they're interested in. So they, yeah, I was having. Thank you. Yes.
With the minutes, I know Wayne's only here, are we allowed to share the minutes with the, city council group?
The minutes
They're
are
on
once
the
they,
website, they are.
once they're
Yeah.
confirmed,
Okay, cool.
they're publicly available.
Just double check.
Yes, of course. Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, as you know, I mean, I think when do they go on the website? Once it's confirmed.
Okay, that's cool, at least it's it.
But it's not like any of this. So if people go on to give them access our meeting.
When you're through the chair, this is uploaded basically in 3 days at the latest to
The
the
recording.
YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, so YouTube, NBC's YouTube channel, so you can watch all of our meetings on.
Nice.
Well, that's not really, isn't it? It's a 5-hour lunch as well. Yeah, no, it's nice to touch them behind.
It's the wrong
Good.
thing.
Good. Okay.
Most people can't see that.
You could also just say, look, here's the minutes, you know, haven't been confirmed, but, you know,
We only have them twice a year, so by the time the meetings.
yeah. But you can, I think it's okay if, it's fine if you send it out, whoever, you know, you think all these
It's good communication.
Yeah. Anything extra, Grant?
And further from me.
No, I'm comfortable. We think they were all good. My lot, but I'm keep coming at a time.
So things are going good in here in terms of.
Yeah.
Role and.
Really good update. I'm going to be asking for across all of the rec centres that are run, into quarterly reports or as I recall, you sent through a thing on those. A really good update going to Ops Committee, so lots of stuff. So, as is all others.
Very aligned.
Very, yeah, they're very, not council driven initiatives.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's really community led.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we talk about when making a case for Waimea South, the new facility and a hub out at we don't, they've been waiting a long time, but really should be facilities. And that's what we talk about. This was some things. So
We had some people who just,
you don't need them.
and they just couldn't believe it. Saves a lot of kids going to jail.
And people do come over for sports on the side.
Oh, absolutely.
The whole place, grounds. So,
Yeah.
very nice.
I was gobsmacked when I came over and watched Wanderers.
Huge.
It was good,
It was great. I love the guys. Dudes all parked up.
Yeah. It's been real thing over the last few seasons, hasn't it?
I love the song.
Yeah.
I think about the river, blame the dairy farmers, in the village areas.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Did you notice he's right down the back by the trees?
Oh, yes.
He takes himself.
Around.
He's in the club room floor, we got two, so if you.
Yeah.
I had 4 big injuries out of that, 4 people in the season. Yeah. Well, don't come over here lightly.
Well, it was the.
We stumbled this on.
Oh, no, we boarded it.
Pretty well, but he was doing a pity, he said, what are you sitting in that $1 million grandstand?
He notices how many's in there.
Yeah.
Any extra items before we?
No, things.
Yeah. No, you did. Thank you very much for doing our minutes and organising us. We've got a few little follow-up things and we'll hear about that. I checked in with Stevie, she did need to give her an apology, her apology for that. She's probably somebody transferred. Also got a text from my great nephew who says, capital letters behind excellence for English. Let me know because he knows he's going to get some money for it.
Good incentive.
Classic.
Even the other night with that basketball, was that those numbers were overwhelming.
Yeah. Heaps of kids, yeah.
What was?
During basketball.
What was it, junior basketball?
Yeah, it started off on a Monday. No, because it's only just started, so it wasn't.
Make that one for next time.
No, don't worry, I've got it on my list. Yeah, I just came in and there were just so many of the juniors, like I had to do it in stages at like the year 11, year 12, 13.
Yeah.
There were 21 children, 19 boys, 2 girls, but they had to, and it was just, it was so thrilling.
Who's running basketball?
Brooksburn again.
And actually, because it was delayed, because I was sitting around waiting for his game, and the others took much longer because of so many kids. But all those teenagers were all out there, ages. They had an hour out there just going for it.
And they were playing good.
Yeah, they had a light on, and it's just fantastic for them.
But I used to use that basketball group out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's like during the daytime. There was one guy out here for about 3 hours yesterday.
He's out there now.
Has he got a job? What does he do?
I think he's checking.
I would have thought the amount of time he's up here, they stopped from be done.
Yeah. So in terms of that light out there in basketball, I guess someone's turned it off.
Yeah. So that's a manual key, that one. And it works because the power box, like, say this is cool, the box is right there.
Yeah.
So, it's easy to remember to go turn it on, turn it off.
So who would have for those basketball?
So I think I've given, Netball has a key. I think I've got one card more.
Okay, so
That's on there.
So they've got one.
So the big Brooks would be looking up and put the lights on.
Yeah. I've done it when I've turned out here and seen it's outside just playing.
Yeah.
Just turn it on. And then when I'm there, just turn it off.
thank you. And I know they come up a lot of the weekends and after school, especially that teenage mom, there's a whole bunch of them.
The only issue I could see potentially is when it starts getting wetter now, is that they are driving closer to
The driving and
and parking in the back. They always, so that's the only issue I can see is that the grass gets wet down.
Or you can fix it up with the fence picker.
Yeah, that's all. But it's been dry, so it's been a problem.
Have you got still Wolfie contact with the Giants coming over and bringing them and doing their thing?
I'm not sure that.
I think the Giants are due to come.
They were not on the
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they are.
I don't know, but so they'll gauge, but see if we, because Wolfie's in the way.
Yeah, someone at basketball was saying that the Giants were going to come back. All right, very good. Well, thanks you all for your efforts. Also, what you're doing out with your sports and activities and things. You're key people in our community that are helping make all these things happen, and we're very well supported by our board. So thank you for your thoughtful approach to what we need. And I'll just close with a
Or
couple
just
here.
before we do,
Yes.
one thing I forgot. I'm sure I made it the money this year, so I'm gonna do that. Garden bank over there,
Oh, right.
pull that down and build a new one. Yeah. Just
Good
the
job.
same, just the same.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
The garden bank over there for. Yeah.
Stop going on.
Yeah, one that's up on Parkhead Road, yeah.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, kanki macho, tawhiti mana hua o te tau, mai tapatui ki tātou. Kia rangi nui e tui mai, ki whakamau, kia Tina, hui e, pai ki. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you.